Hi, I'm Laura Bajorunaite, a PhD student at the University of Glasgow. On behalf of my co-authors and myself, I'm excited to present our paper titled Reality Anchors, Bringing Cues from Reality to Increase Acceptance of Immersive Technologies in Transit. I'll begin by introducing the topic and discussing our motivation for this work. Immersive technologies allow us to control and customize how we experience reality. They offer advantages over traditional mobile devices as they can simulate unlimited screen sizes and render virtual content anywhere around the user. This creates an opportunity to reclaim the time we spend commuting and traveling. However, challenges exist regarding the use of immersive technology in transit, creating an exciting opportunity for our work. Previous work has shown that electronic devices in transit are often used for detachment, such as disconnecting from fellow passengers, alleviating discomfort, like physical discomfort caused by constrained spaces, or increasing productivity. Nevertheless, concerns about social acceptability, safety, and comfort hinder the broader adoption of immersive technologies in transit. Current solutions to increase reality awareness include commercial features such as Oculus Pass-Through, SafeSense, and Guardian, along with solutions from the academic community include object overlays, blending real and virtual worlds, and augmenting information, shown on the right. However, it is unknown whether these solutions also apply to traveling contexts that bring additional concerns related to strangers, safety, property, and time sensitive journeys. That is why we introduce our solution. We propose that by using cues from reality as reference points in virtuality, which we call reality anchors, we can create experiences that retain immersion and alleviate concerns associated with the use of immersive technology in transit. The pictures on the right visualize how reality anchors appear in the virtual environment. Two pictures depict reality at the top, and two at the bottom show virtuality, with varying levels of anchors. Just people on the left, and both people and furniture on the right. Our approach involved speculative methods, specifically using a virtual reality headset or augmented virtuality simulation in a lab setting. Such methods are valuable when existing technologies are insufficient or unavailable, which is the case in transit scenarios. We conducted two studies. The first captured the initial reactions to the reality anchors concept through questionnaires and qualitative semi structured interviews. In the second study, we expanded our investigation to explore how journey types influence anchor usage, collecting data through qualitative semi structured interviews. Now, I'll provide more details about each study. Our first study tested the initial user reactions to the reality anchors concept. To test the anchors, we simulated a ride on a public bus in VR. Participants were asked to imagine that they were traveling on a public bus whilst using the VR headset to watch a documentary video. A total of 8 conditions were tested, with the VR environment being either a 360-degree video or a 2D fixed video in the room setup. These conditions included scenarios with no anchors, only people, only furniture, or all anchors. To collect the data, we used a 5-point Likert scale questionnaire and a semi structured interview. The questionnaire was administered in VR and gathered participant responses to 6 statements, measuring feelings of safety, usefulness, social acceptability, distraction, escapism, and immersion. The interview followed the questionnaire themes, asking participants to comment on all six statements. Participants were asked to discuss the metrics in relation to both the 360 video and the 2D fixed video in a room environment. Overall, the findings from the first study indicate that reality anchors increase immersive technology acceptance on public transport. The visibility of other passengers and one's belongings emerges as a significant factor in increasing the acceptance of immersive technologies. However, increasing the number of anchors could potentially impact immersion, leading to a decrease in participants' ability to fully focus on the video content. The study also shows that VR users exhibit selectivity in choosing the most suitable anchors for their journeys. Importantly, type of journey, self-managed or externally managed, significantly influences anchor selection. This finding inspires our next study to delve deeper into this unexplored area. Our second study investigated the use of the anchors on two journey types, a self-managed journey and an externally managed journey. A self-managed journey involves multiple stops where users disembark, while an externally managed journey has no stops until the final destination. We simulated both journey types on a subway train using VR. Participants were told to treat the virtual train environment as a real life journey, during which they were wearing a VR headset and watching a nature documentary video. For the second study, we employed semi structured interviews for data collection. The interview consisted of 10 questions that explored the use and experience of anchors, social acceptability, and the role of anchors in various journey types, including familiar routes and different modes of transportation. The second study revealed that participants prioritize anchors differently for self managed and externally managed journeys. Self managed journeys demand more awareness than externally managed ones, and anchor needs increase as the journey progresses. We also identified other factors that determine a journey type, such as whether it is a self managed or externally managed journey, the likelihood of passenger turnover, seat arrangement, and familiarity with the route. In conclusion, our work introduced the concept of reality anchors, real world cues for immersive technology adoption during transit, which we examined in two studies, demonstrated that the increased visibility of other passengers and personal belongings correlated with higher acceptance, and highlighted that self managed journeys require more awareness compared to externally managed ones. Finally, our research showcases that reality anchors is a successful first step towards increasing the acceptance of immersive technology use in public transport. To learn more about our work, we invite you to read our full paper. Thank you.